it's sunken. Like, snap out of it. Like, you need to do better. You're worth more. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Kim, back with another video. So in today's video, I'm sure you guys can tell by title, you know, let's chat and do my makeup and catch up with me and find out what's going on. But before we get into the video, you guys know what I ask. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning supporter, thank you for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, you know, help your girl grow. Make sure you guys are also supporting me on Instagram. So if you guys like to see how I do this full glam, fall ready, realistic beat, then stay tuned. Alright, so we're back. Eyebrows are done. So let's get into what this video is about. I'm sure you guys can tell by the title, let's chat. I'm going to be changing up how I do things on my channel, and I feel as though I have no choice. I would really hope that the people who are with me and have been with me since the beginning do stick with me, because I am going to be doing some things a little bit different. For one, when it comes to hair, so what I have in my hand is some black seed oil. You guys know I recently got this. I like it better for the skin than I do for the hair, but you know, we'll see. I'm going to go in with my fix spray. Spray that in here. And why am I doing this? So the Chanel Les Beiges, I like it, and then a pump of ColourPop, and I'm gonna mix that all together, apply it to my face, and then dab it in with a sponge. So the Chanel Les Beiges, I like it, but I don't want to pay $65 for a foundation, let alone $130. And since I'm not going anywhere, I just can't justify spending that kind of money on a foundation just to film content when I have ColourPop that matches me so well. It matches the best out of any foundation I've ever tried. So that's where we're at with that. So that's why we're using this. And I did this the other day when I did my makeup. If you guys are following me on Instagram, then you would have already seen where I posted, I don't want to say some different content, but content that you guys probably haven't seen from me in about a year. So make sure you are tapped in. I'm going to put my Instagram name, it's Kimslifevlog, on Instagram. Make sure you guys are tapped in and checking out my content. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. So I do love doing hair reviews, and I think I'm always going to do hair because I'm really passionate about hair, but I'm going to slow down. I think I mentioned this a few months ago. Anything you see me buy now, it's just going to be out of necessity to complete the wigs that I have that I've either damaged or it wasn't good to begin with, which again, you guys have seen me make some videos about that, but it's just not, it's not lucrative for me. It doesn't. So I've always told you guys I have not been compensated for my content. Let's just spit out what I need to spit out. I'm going to go in with my concealer in Chestnut, and I'm going to conceal under my eyes. But I've told you guys that I haven't been paid for content, and it's not necessarily being paid for content per se, but I just need to be compensated for my time. So if companies are reaching out to me, unfortunately, unless they are compensating me for my time, it's just not going to work. I just can't afford to financially and time-wise do things for free anymore. I've been on YouTube for 4 years now, and I just need to be compensated for my expertise. I feel as though I bring a lot to the game, a lot to the table, things that some hair companies aren't even aware of, because I am a real wig wearer, but I'm just not willing to do that type of content for free. So I'm gonna go back to doing weekly vlogs. So I'm just gonna go on with my beauty blender sponge, yeah, and just blend that out. So I'm gonna be doing going back to doing weekly vlogs. I low-key kind of missed it last year. You guys know I had major stomach surgery. If you know, you know. And I was able to dedicate more time, because I was home, to doing weekly vlogs, and I liked it. I feel as though I was getting a little bit of pickup, but once I had to go back to work, that pretty much all just stopped. So I'm going to go back to doing the weekly vlogs starting probably next week. I am still going to put up my September month vlog, because I've already filmed like a decent amount of content for it, but I just feel like it's, I don't want to say like it's a lot, but I'm just going to be changing up the way I do things here on my channel to just pretty much get me where I want my channel to be. I mean, after all, it's been 4 years, and I'm so appreciative. Please don't think that this is not an appreciation. But in anything in life, we want to grow, we want to excel, we want to see a little bit more success than we're seeing. Sorry, y'all know these eyebrows ruined me. And I'm just not happy with where I am, and I can't be mad at anyone else but myself. I've had people in my corner telling me, you know, you should charge for your content, you should do this, you should do that. And my thought process has always been like, hey, you know, I'm just now starting out, I want to get my name out there. I want companies to want to work with me to the point where I'm just not charging you to make any content. And don't for one second think that just because I'm being paid to make dedicated hair videos, and I'm not going to say what I have to say, because you guys know with the wigs over there, when I did a review on a True Indian hair wig, and I bring that up because they're one of my favorite wigs, speaking of which, but I had to attach the elastic band to the wig, and like not a regular elastic band, but like two little straps. I'll just grab the wig to show you guys. Sorry, I gotta wash it, change it part. I did cut it, which is in my vlog. But I had to attach these two elastic bands just to make these side flaps sit down a little bit better. And I feel like that information is invaluable, especially to a hair company who is selling wigs on the capacity that they're selling wigs, because I don't feel as though they knew that information prior to me bringing it up. So again, I bring a certain level of expertise to the game, and I just, not to say like I can't be giving out game for free, because I do give out free game here on my channel, but at the same time I just need to be compensated accordingly for the work and the time that I put in. So again, unless I am being compensated for dedicated hair videos, I am just not going to be doing them, unless it's something that I actually want to do. Like if something, like again, like if I'm purchasing like a closure or a frontal, you guys seen me do a couple of those to update my wigs, then I'll go ahead, and obviously I'm purchasing that on my own. So I'm gonna then at that point go ahead and, you know, film that content. I feel as though the content creators that are out there that are doing wig reviews aren't really doing wig reviews. You cannot get a wig and in one sitting put on that wig and then at the same time tell me that the wig is good and call me to buy it. Like, that's just not how it works. I think that's unrealistic. Again, that's my thoughts. So yeah. No one out there is doing it like me. No shade to anyone, but no one out there is doing it like me. So alright, so now I'm going in. This is just a Laura Mercier setting powder, and like I said, if you guys are following me on Instagram, then you would have already gotten to see a sneak peek of this look. So a few things that I've realized now just by doing my makeup, and more so also on YouTube, well, I'll get back to that, is that there are a lot of things that I wasn't doing that I wouldn't have done that I could have changed. One of the things I've noticed more recently is I was into a lot of the light makeup, and being into that, like, it's fine, but when it comes to putting on makeup for when you're gonna be on camera, it just, you need to put on a little bit more. And I realized I wasn't putting on enough makeup, so that's why you see me putting on contour as heavy as I'm putting it on, because I don't think I've put on contour this heavy in months, really. The other thing that I've also noticed, and I have to put blame on myself, because like I said, a lot of people, you know, you have your circle of people who tell you what you should do, and I've had people in my corner telling me do this, do that, and I just wasn't listening. I'm pretty stubborn, I'm not gonna lie. And I just told myself, like, hey, I'm starting out, I can't do this, someone's not going to see my value. But I've come to realize that even though I am small, I bring a lot of value to the table. Case in point, like that True Indian hair wig that I just showed you guys. The expertise that I bring to the table is just, it's invaluable, because I just don't feel as though they knew that, because had they known that, they obviously wouldn't have sent me a wig that had that on it. So I just need to be compensated for the things that I know and stop selling myself short. It's sunk in. Like, snap out of it. Like, you need to do better. You're worth more. So I just need to value myself more. Myself, my time, and again, my expertise. So I'm just going in with this brush that I use to apply the foundation, and I'm just blending out the contour, so hopefully you guys can see what my face looks like. Just because I want it to be a full glam. I still want to look like me, but at the same time, like, I need to be snatched. And it's always when you're not going anywhere that your makeup comes out looking, when I say like flawless, I mean like flawless. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender, blend out this line on the front of my nose a little bit more. And again, whatever works for whoever it works for. I don't like harsh lines. Since I've been on my channel, I've always said that, like, you just gotta be able to blend. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna bake. I do a lighter bake than I used to do. And this is pretty much going to be really, really simple. You can put on eyeshadow. I don't think it calls for it. This is pretty much going to be like my go-to makeup for when, I want to say when I'm filming, because when I'm filming, I am going to be taking pictures and doing content for Instagram. So you guys just got to make sure you're tapped in, because as the audio says on Instagram, prepare to be sick of me, because I got to stop. So I told you guys, like, I'm not really that good at my editing. So let's get to where I'm getting to, because I feel like I'm like talking in circles, right? So I need to get better with my editing to the point where I just really need to learn how to use Final Cut Pro. Not to say like I've been procrastinating, but it's very confusing for me. And because it's confusing, I'm afraid, because I'm just so used to what I use right now. Right now I use an app on my iPad called Lumafusion. It kind of resembles Final Cut Pro, but again, I've been using this app for such a long period of time, and it's just so easy. Like, I do very minimal editing, and it works, but I can't, if I want to elevate and take my content to the next level, I just really need to boss up and bite the bullet and figure out how to use it. So I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way setting powder in the shade Deep, and I'm just going to go over everywhere I've put foundation. And now I'm gonna go in with my dry contour, which is actually a blush by MAC in the shade Blunt. I'm gonna go in with that, and we're gonna do upward circular motions, because this helps to add back in some color into my face. Contour that line, that jawline. Hide everything. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with blush. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of color. Typically I will do 2 shades of blush, but I'm just, you know, the other day when I did my makeup, I did 1 shade, and we're gonna do 1 shade and see how that works out. And if I need 2, then we will do 2. So this is full fuchsia, because I do feel like I need a little bit of color. And I'll probably film, I don't want to say like a reel, because I feel as though the reels that I film, being real myself here, they're not that good. They could definitely be better, but again, it's because I don't want to say like I don't have a knack for editing, because I feel like I have some sort of a knack for editing, but I just feel as though like it could be better. One of the other things I've noticed is when you look at your analytics on YouTube, and sorry if this is really more of like a technical video, even though we're doing a full get ready with me. This is the MAC mineralized skin finish powder in the shade Dark Deep, and I'm going over my highlight or my setting powder, because again, the goal is to look like a better version, not really like a better version, but a more finished version of myself. But yeah, so back to me talking about my editing. I've realized when I look at my analytics on YouTube that the engagement is not where I want it to be. People are tapping out of my videos at 4 minutes, and if they are watching my content, they're not even subscribed to my channel. So I just need to do better with that. So this is Glow With It. It's a highlight from MAC, so it's gonna go right over that blush, and then we're gonna go to where I highlighted my nose. I feel like my nose contour is just like non-existent, so I'm going to go in with that brush that I use for my dry contour and just brush it lightly here. You guys can probably see where that just brought it out just enough. This is pretty much a full face, and I'm going to put on lashes, mascara, lashes, and lipstick. So I'm going to go in here, and I've kind of gotten back into Y'all know how I feel about highlight. I've kind of gotten back into my old ways when it comes to highlight. I don't know. I just gotta stay true to me. All right, so now I'm gonna go in. I am gonna set my face. Where's my setting spray? I just had it. Okay. MAC Fix Plus spray, and we're gonna. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. The last highlighter that I use, which I think looks really, really great on my skin tone, is Warm Strobe by NYX. It's like $15. It's the best highlight I've ever used. It's like, you guys know, it's a staple. So now I'm gonna go in, spray the Fix spray, and then we're going to press it in. You want to do this gently, because if you do it too heavy, it'll take off some of the makeup, but I just find that it looks more natural than spraying it. But again, like directly on the face. But again, whatever works for whoever it works for. This is just what works for me. And since I've implemented putting like that oil on my face, like I feel like it's only been one day that I did it. Like, so I'm going to tell you what prompted me to do it, right? I had on that on my face throughout the day because it was part of my skincare. And I came straight home and I did my makeup. And it was underneath it. And I realized like the way the makeup was sitting on my face. I'm going to go back in with this brush. I don't know, it just sat on my face a little bit better. So I'm like, hey, to implement this into my routine. So then a few days ago when I was taking pictures for Instagram, I did that and I was like, all right, just the way that it sits on my face. And again, I've always seen people like the Jackie Ainas put like oil on their face. And I'm like, I'm not putting any oil on my face, but put oil on your face. Maybe I'll do research into finding one that's actually meant to be under your makeup. But this is actually pretty light. And I just need to do like a full test run of what it looks like long wear. And if it works, I'm just going to continue to use this because it doesn't like make my skin like break out. So yeah, so I'm gonna go in. We're gonna go in with some mascara. You guys know I use my Voluminous Million lashes. It's like $9, sometimes $7 on sale, and it works. I however would not mind looking for mascara that like extends the lashes. I wouldn't mind looking for something like that. I mean, they have an extension. I'm just gonna go in and put this on here. They have an extension, but I haven't actually I haven't used it in a while, and I just think it's kind of clumpy. Like I used to like it back in the day, but I just don't like it any longer. I'm just gonna go in with this brush that has the extra contour in it. The only reason I put on mascara is to get any fallout of makeup that may have fell on my lashes off. All right, so now I'm gonna go in bottom lashes, and we're gonna do 2 coats, because obviously the top lashes, they're gonna show up because they're gonna have lash strips at the bottom. We do twice as much to make it show up. And you can always pair this with like a nice light cut crease, like a natural cut crease eyeshadow look. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. See like how it's coming together? I don't want to say like I feel like I can't help myself, but if you know, you know the struggle is real. But like, look at this. Look at how the face is sitting. All right. So I'm going to go in with my favorite lip liner. Beauty Supply store, $1. And I'm going to overline my lips ever so slightly. I'm actually going to shade it down a bit, and you guys will see the reason why I'm doing that. I want to create an ombre effect with the lips. This used to be my favorite lipstick. Like whenever I would go to like the airport and travel, I would always use Whirl. Back in the day I would use like a color, but there's just something about Whirl from MAC that just does it for me. Like look at that. Now I could be wrong, but I feel like it's the right amount of everything. Like it just pulls the look together. Now a few days ago when I did this look, I had on the red lipstick. So this look, I feel like you can do anything with it. So you can do nude lip, nude eye, you can put on eyeshadow. It's like an all-around look for fall. I'm gonna go in, put on my lashes, and then I'll come back to you guys when I'm all done. But this is pretty much the look. Isn't that cute? So this is the finished look. Gotta get this hair out of the way. If you guys have stayed tuned, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share it. Make sure you guys are also following me on Instagram. But that wraps this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.